You're locked in with the Innovators. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. Can you talk more about your relationship with Mac Dre? I feel like a lot of times people try to like spew what your relationship was, or
oh yeah, bro. We had, you know, it's crazy. We had the dopest relationship, like literally, like that was my bro. Like I said, he gave up his life for me and my cousin, and he didn't have to do that. He could have easily said, yeah, them was robbing all the banks. Y'all already know that. You feel me? And blah 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 blah. And he could have went home. He could have went home to a jive deal and all that. But he stayed solid to the code and literally went to prison for keeping his mouth closed. And that's all we ever did. We kept our mouth closed. We went to trial, lost in trial, and that's what it was. So my loyalty to Dre was phenomenal. When I came home, my little sis threw me a boat cruise. I had a boat cruise around the bay. Hella people from where I'm from came. Dre came to the boat cruise. You feel me? We had words on that boat. You had to feel the electricity in it. Well, us being back together, and his last words was "Romps, keep it real," and that's what we do. So and after that, Dre came and got me from the halfway house, and basically me and Dre started living there. I was living with Dre when I first came home from prison. So I'm learning the music game now. He teaching me how to let's put these records out and do all that. So this is like my brother. This is like my brother. Everywhere he at, I'm pretty much with him. But I couldn't go out of state.
At that time, you couldn't leave state.
I'm fresh on parole.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I had never been out of state before, other than in prison. You know? So I take that back. We went to Seattle. When I first came home, my first road trip with Dre.
With Seattle?
Hell yeah, with Seattle. Seattle, Washington did a show. It was Dre and Andre Nicotina. We actually went to Olympia. And that was crazy. The first time I seen a whole building full of white kids singing every word to Too Hard for the fucking radio.
Damn.
Like I was blown away. I couldn't believe it, bro. Like shit was crazy. 2000 and they're there singing every word to every Mac Dre song. And I'm like, I couldn't believe it. So this is when I first got out of prison. So, but mind you, so Dre had a show in Kansas City and I couldn't go. I was on federal probation. I could not go. And he was Mac Dre, Yuck Mouth, Keek the Sneak, Mac Mall, Doobie, like this Bay legends.
Yeah, right now.
They all there. I wasn't even a rapper at the time, so it wasn't really necessary. I just used to go with the Cuddy to the shit.
Yeah.
And so he went out there, he did the show, and a whole bunch of bullshit happened while they were in KC, and Dre ended up passing away. So, like I said, when Dre passed away, we rocked this nation up. And it's crazy because we had this dope ass movement for the last 20 years. Everybody knowing like, man, they loving us to death, bro. We appreciate how you keep Dre's name alive. This chain, Mac Dre face, say Mac Dre Thea's Nation on it. I've been rocking this chain for 17, almost 18 years now. Every day of my life. You see me, you just came and picked me up in LA.
Yeah.
Standing by myself.
Yeah.
With this chain around my neck. I've been in LA all weekend. You feel me? It's playoff weekend.
Yeah.
I don't go nowhere without it. If I go to court, I'm standing in front of the judge with this chain on.
Yeah. So
I rep this shit to the death of me. Always have got love up until about 3 years ago. 3 years ago, a cat decided that he wanted to put this mojo ass name out on our label and make our label, basically trying to destroy our legacy. You feel me? Oh man, Dre and Diggs didn't fuck with each other like that. And Diggs had Dre killed, and man, just the farce out shit. Internet shit.
Yeah.
And this is at a time where I didn't really understand how the internet worked. Like I know how the internet worked, but I really didn't understand that people would really just look at anything they see on the internet and run with it. Like, damn, this is what it is. I'm thinking, well, shit, I've been doing this shit for 15 years. Everybody know this story. They seen me and Dre together on all the cameras. They seen all the shit. They seen the movement get started. But nobody bite into this bullshit.
Yeah.
But here we had a person that at once upon a time, he used to have a name in the Bay Area. And he decided he wanted to do this. So he had some fans that believe in shit, and they ran with this shit. And so there's some people that really believe in their head that, oh, Mac Dre, Kilo, and Diggs, which We was his co-defendants. We was his best friends. We the ones who carrying his legacy. We the ones, if somebody disrespect his mama, gonna pull up. We all that. You feel me?
Yeah.
We the ones, his daughter will call if she needs something. All the shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we the ones whose name got drugged through the mud because this certain artist decided he wanted to play with our name. So I had I had a few times where I had to go ahead and step up and tell the real. And anybody that know our movement, anybody know about Mac Dre, know about J Diggs, know about Kilo Kirk, they know what it is. But like I say, a person could get on the internet right now, like a man tried to play with me not too long ago and say, "Oh man, I just heard J Diggs married to a man," you know. So anybody that don't know J Diggs, they'll see that shit on the internet and, oh yeah, J Diggs,
Yeah,
and
like,
then wildfire. So I had to address that shit. So my new thing now, I knew that okay, these are how these niggas is playing now. This is the internet world. This is how they play. And if you don't address that shit, like, you will get ran through the mud. So yeah, so I had to start stepping up and addressing shit like that. But for the most part, our story is on the internet. You know how this shit go. Everything can be tracked down from how we got down to where we at now. Even with, they just did a documentary. It's called The Big Payback, or The Payback, on TV1 about the Mac Dre incident and all this shit. So anybody that got any kind of questions, or ever want to question what happened to Mac Dre or me and Mac Dre relationship, it's all out there for you. It ain't nothing. Don't go listen to something you hear on the internet or something you see in a comment or somebody reckless. Go do your research for yourself, because everything can be found. They try to say, we left Mac Dre, mama broke. Mac Wanda is one of the biggest bosses in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Travels the world. Say something about Mac Dre, put some Mac Dre material out, you're gonna get served by Mac Wanda. She got one of the biggest shows in the Bay Area every year, Mac Dre Day.
Yeah.
Got to deal with Live Nation, So they got all these rumors and they got all this bullshit that's been said about our crew, which they do that, like they said, Suge killed Tupac.
Yeah.
But here it is, everybody is out. But half the world don't even know that the motherfucker that killed Tupac, they didn't already found that. They still saying Suge.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's how slow, because people ain't paying attention. Some people are, some people ain't, but that's how the media work. If you would have thought that would have been world news when they found out
you
the
would have
real
thought
person,
everybody would know that.
Yeah, you would have thought that once that they solved the Tupac murder, every news show should have stopped and said, dun, 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 the killing of Tupac had been solved. Bro, if you didn't go on World Star, you wouldn't have seen that shit.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And that's how they do. But when they damaged his name, it was everywhere. But that's how the world works, man. So, and so I'm at a time now, my story is Rolling Stone. I got a brand new book out. Tells everything I told you and more. It goes into depth, this whole shit, this whole Mac Dre, Thiz Nation shit. If anybody is really that interested, they can get the real story instead of listening to people putting our shit out for views and likes. You know what I mean? So that's as simple as it get right there. We got documentaries from BET American Gangster to Celebrity Crime Files. Like, it's all out there. Like, DJ Vlad, all them. It's all out there. It's plenty of shit where you can get the real story. Instead of listening to his story.
Yeah, no, I got you, and I appreciate you for saying that.